Good morning, my dear students. In this session, we discuss about stringing chart and SAG templates, and we solve some numerical problems when the supports are at equal levels, when the supports are at unequal levels. So, while considering the effect of wind and ice, we can solve some numericals. Stringing chart SAG template. What is the stringing chart? For use in the field work of stringing the conductors, means erection of the conductors, temperature sag and temperature tension charts are plotted for the given conductor and loading condition. Such curves are called stringing charts. These charts are very helpful while stringing over headlines. So this is a graph drawn in between sag and tension versus temperature. If the temperature increases, the sag is increases. If the temperature is increases, the tension T decreases. If you draw the graph in between sag and tension, both are inverse relationship. Sag is maintains maximum, means tension T is minimum. If the temperature increases, sag is maximum and maintaining temperature is minimum. This is a stringing chart drawing the graph in between temperature versus sag and temperature versus tension. Sag template. So normally there are two types of supports being used, the stranded or straight run or intermediate tower. So when the supports are at equal levels, we using stranded or straight run or intermediate tower. Second one, the angle or anchor or tension tower. Please observe the sag template. Before erecting the transmission line, you must draw the sag template on a page, on a book. After drawing the sag template only, we erecting the transmission lines. So sag template, first one, ground clearance lines. Ground clearance means the curve D, E, F is a ground clearance line. Ground clearance line means the height in between ground to conductor. The height in between ground to conductor. Second one is GHI, represents tower footing line. Tower footing line. GHI, tower footing line. DEF, ground clearance line. ABC. So curve ABC is a length of span. O dash to B is a sag, maximum sag. JK is the span. The horizontal and vertical distances represents the span length and sags respectively. GHI is the tower footing line. This line gives the location of the footing of the tower. DEF is the ground clearance line, the minimum clearance of the power conductor from the ground. This clearance to ground will depend upon the operating voltage. These are very important. Minimum clearance to ground for overhead lines. If the voltage less than 650 DC, the minimum height of ground clearance is 5.8 meters or 5.2 meters. If the voltage 325 volts AC, definitely the minimum height is 4.6 meters. Less than 66 kV, the minimum height is 6 meters. Between 66 kV and 110 kV, the minimum height 6.3 meters. Between 110 kV and 165 kV, 6.6 kV. Exceeding 165 kV, 6.9 meters. Curve ABC is such that with span length of AC, the maximum sag of the conductor would be O dash B and with span JK. The maximum sag is O double dash B. The curve DEF is obtained from ABC. Curve GHI is obtained from ABC by setting off from ABC a distance representing the height of the standard tower from the point of attachment of the lowest conductor to the ground level. The both GHI and also DEF coming from ABC. Now we will solve some numerical problems. An overhead line has a span of 150 meters between level supports. The conductor has a cross-sectional area of 2 centimeters square. The ultimate strength is 500 kilogram per centimeter square and safety factor is 5. The specific gravity of the material is 8.9 gram per cubic centimeter. The wind pressure is 1.5 kg per meter. Calculate the height of conductor above the ground level at which it should be supported if a minimum clearance of 7 meters is to be left between the ground and the conductor. Whenever you see the numerical problem, first write the given data one by one. What is the wind pressure? So what is the specific gravity? What is the ultimate tensile strength? What is the length of span? What is the factor of safety? You write given data one by one. So span length they given 150 meters, wind force per meter they given WW 1.5 kg, weight of conductor per meter run means W is equal to conductor area into 100 centimeter into specific gravity. So we get 1.78 kgs. So tension T, how can we get the tension T? So tension T is nothing but ultimate tensile strength. What you get the ultimate tensile strength? 500 kg. What is the cross section area? Is it 2? So 500 into 2 by factor of safety 5. So we get 2000 kg. Once you get the weight, next you find out the total weight of 1 meter length of conductor, that is total weight Wt is equal to root of W square plus W square. W is nothing but weight of wind. So total weight we get 1.78 square plus weight of wind 1.5 whole square. So sometimes they given weight of ice coating also. If they given weight of ice coating, you must add within weight of conductor. Weight of conductor plus weight of ice coating whole square plus weight of wind pressure whole square. You must consider that one. If they given ice coating, you must add with weight of conductor W plus Wi whole square. They not given, so Wi is equal to 0. W square plus W square root of, we get 2.33 kgs. Slant sag S is equal total weight of conductor L square by AT. Already we know this formula. We get sag is equal to 3.28 meters. What is the vertical sag? The vertical sag formula S cos theta. We get 2.5 meters. Conductor should be supported at height 7 plus 2.5 meters. Already we get minimum support is 7 meters. Add with vertical sag 2.5. Totally we get 2.5 meters. Next problem. The tower's height of 30 meters and 90 meters respectively support a transmission line conductor at water crossing. The horizontal distance between the towers is 500 meters. If the tension in the conductor is 1600 kg, find the minimum clearance of the conductor and water and clearance midway between supports. Weight of conductor is 1.5 kg per meter. Basis of the towers can be considered to be at water level. So the example is when the supports are at unequal levels. They are given 30 meters and 90 meters. Definitely this is when the supports are at unequal levels. So whenever the supports are at unequal levels, you must find out the H value, means the difference between two level supports, and also x1 and x2. So the given length of span is nothing but 500 meters. x1 plus x2 is equal 500 meters. Weight of conductor they given 1.5 kg. Tension T directly given 1600 kg. So this problem is related to supports are at different levels. So when the supports are at different levels, so conductor A or pole A, pole B, S1 sag S1, sag S2, H is the difference between two level or two sags S2 minus S1. O is the lowest point of conductor. Point P, he considers some distance from point O to point P having some distance. X point P is the middle point of conductor. Point P is the middle point of conductor. So from point O to point A is a x1, point O to point B is a x2. Length of span is 500 meters. Sag S1 already we know the formula. Sag S1 is equal W x1 square by 2t. Sag S2 is equal W x2 square by 2t. H is equal to S2 minus S1. W x2 square by 2t minus W x1 square by 2t. From this equation we can find out x1 value and x2 value. X1 is equal to, whenever we know the x1 value, we can easily find out sag S1. We get 7 meters. So clearance of the lowest point O from the water level. From the lowest point to water level. Lowest point to water level, they are given 30 minus 7, that is equal to 23 meters. Let the midpoint P be at a distance x from the lowest point O, that is a x point. 250 minus x1 means, so midpoint P is the midpoint. Total length of span is 500 meters up to midpoint, that is a 250. Length of span 500 meters up to midpoint, that is 250 minus x1, that is at 128 meters. S midpoint up to sag on midpoint is nothing but 7.68 meters. Clearance of midpoint P from water level, definitely from the lowest point to, from the water level to lowest point, that is at 23 meters plus midpoint sag 7.68 meter, totally we get 30.68 meters. So another example, a transmission line has a span of 214 meters between level supports. The conductor have cross-sectional area of 3.225 centimeters square. Calculate the factor of safety under the following condition. Vertical sag 2.35 meters, wind pressure 1.5 kilogram per meter run, braking stress 2540 kilogram per centimeter square, weight of conductor 1.125 kilogram per meter run. Here length of span they are given 214 meters, weight of conductor 1.125 kg, weight of wind pressure 1.5 kg. So the total weight is equal to root of W square plus weight of wind. We get 1.875 kg. So tension T is equal to ultimate tensile strength by factor of safety. So ultimate tensile strength is equal to braking stress into conductor area. They given neatly braking stress 2540 into conductor area. So 3.225 conductor area. 3 by fact we don't know the factor of safety, but we know the tension. So tension T. What about tension T? So next find of sag S is equal vertical sag by cos theta. We get 3.92 meters. So substitute braking stress. So put it T. We don't know tension T and factor of safety. Now S is equal WT L square by 8T. From the T is equal WT L square by 8S. So we get from this equation we get factor of safety. The factor of safety is equal to 3.